Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I was just, looking through some articles, and I read this fast title here, and I was like, it doesn't make sense. Let me read a little bit. Maybe I'm missing something, and maybe you can find what exactly I'm missing, because words have meaning. This is white, and you can say this is not black. This is not green, this is not yellow, but you have to say this is white, or this is not a certain color, but you can say this is blue. You know what I mean? Or this is a mouse. I mean, you can call it this is not a cat, this is not a motorcycle, this is not that, but eventually you have to say this is a mouse. And it's nothing else but a mouse. I mean, what can you do with a mouse? Well, you can do that, I guess. Let's see if it fits. No, let's go to this article. So here it is. So, Variety. Nobel Peace Prize awarded to Narges Mohammadi, imprisoned Iranian activist for women's rights. Do you know what I might see wrong here or going like this? I mean, you can't be the world champion in boxing competing in judo. It's both, fighting styles, or how do you want to call it? One is boxing, the other one is judo. But it's still, you're the champion in boxing, so maybe you get a Nobel Peace Prize for rights, activism. But what does the Peace Prize have to do with women's rights? Unless, by that you prevent a war or something. But still, it's a subset. It's not the Peace Prize. How do I see Peace Prize? Erdogan, the president of Turkey, could be one of the candidates of the Peace Prize. He was fighting to make peace. He was trying to negotiate, even though he didn't bring the right guys together, but he tried to bring the Russian president with the president of Ukraine together to negotiate to stop the war. Now, that is a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, that is one. When you fight to stop a war, when you fight to prevent a war, that's what you do. And then you succeed, or you tried and tried and tried. You sacrificed, you were actively working to that. This is an activist for rights, not for peace. It's two different categories. Do you see it differently? I mean, if we just do some mental gymnastics, we can maybe bring that into that. But she should get a Peace Prize for women's rights, or something like that, or for freedom. Not even freedom, But nevertheless, let's see what they have to say here. What they say: this year's Nobel Peace Prize have been awarded to Iranian activist who is currently imprisoned for advocating for women's rights in the country. Not peace. Women's right. Am I reading something wrong? What the hell? This prize is first and foremost a recognition of the very important work of a whole movement in Iran with its undisputed leader, Norwegian, Okay, now I think it's enough. I don't have to make any more points in this. Women's Rights Peace Prize. Anyway, for me, Nobel's Peace Prize, all these things, for me, the Norwegian Nobel Committee. For me, this lost the little credibility that it still had when the former US President Barack Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize without doing squat. Nothing. No. I understand there were some others, and I have one name, and I have actually more than one name, but I will mention only one that got, for instance, Nobel's Prize for Literature. You can say, well, Nobel Peace Prize, Emil, that's how it's called, and then from that you have Nobel Peace Prize for this, Nobel Peace Prize for that, Nobel Peace. Well, it could be, but I would still Nobel Peace Prize, you still go for women's rights. All right, well, maybe that's the way it is. And because I second-guessed myself, I went to check. Maybe it's called the Nobel Peace Prize, and then it's Nobel Peace Prize for literature, Nobel Peace Prize for chemistry, for physics, for whatever. But no, it's not. Look here. Nobel Prize. And here it says Nobel Prize, and it says awarded for contributions that have been conferred the greatest benefit of humankind in the areas of physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, economics, and peace. So I guess she fell under the peace thing, I would guess. So to a subdivision of the Peace Prize, which again, I found it idiotic, personally. Now, regarding the Peace Prize, and go back to Mr. Obama. He was awarded this Nobel's Peace Prize without doing anything. I think he was nominated and then he got the award before he got in office or something like that. Now, this was the justification, which is an idiotic justification. Well, they did it so they can oblige him. You know, like they have to make him. And they make it so good that he fucked up Libya. Excellent, all right? So he was great. So that is like, for instance, I'm about to, I don't know, start doing Kyokushin, bam, 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 fighting, boom, boom, boom. And before I compete to any competition, I'm awarded world championship, all right, gold medal or whatever. Without even, the competition did not even start. And by the time the competition ends, I actually lost in the first round. But I still have the Nobel Peace Prize. This is Obama. He didn't even jump in the fight, and he was awarded the gold medal, the first place. After the 8 years of idiocracy, he did not deserve the gold medal. He still got to keep it. So for me, that was, you know what, Nobels, for me, that little thing that you still had, disintegrated. So the same here. I don't know this woman. I'm pretty sure she's fantastic. It's not about her, if she deserved it or not. I'm just thinking it's an idiotic term. Peace Prize for human rights. Under the category, create and pull another category here. What's so hard? Anyway, here is, my friends. Just a little bit of a idiotic, I think. Change it, man. Add something. What's so hard? Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.